feast! Exo!
Enter Edward Weevil, the failed Seraphim, an unlikely ally. Hi everyone, it's Flying Panda. Yep, that's me, the guy who was in the starting of the 2022 Revelry stream that went off after 30 minutes to babysit his daughter, whose name is Nami.
Hey baby Nami, it's Colleen. I signed this print for you and it's on its way. Come say hi to me someday, okay?
Yes, that's Colleen Clickenbeard, the voice actor of Luffy in the English dub version. Anyways, the word failed Vegapunk does not usually be heard together, for within the story of One Piece, we've seen many of Dr Vegapunk's previous creations, but no one has thought of them as failed attempts. We've already seen the Metal Shark number 3 being a real animal being called a failure by the Fake Vegapunk, and even creating an artificial devil fruit using the Lineage Factor, rumoured to be a failure. Now, are the Seraphim are failures as well? I'm sure some of you, when you first saw the Seraphim, you thought about Edward Weevil, the failed Seraphim, right? Has it finally been solved what he is? He for sure isn't mixed with a Lunarian like the Seraphim, but he's mixed with something else. Here is how I came to this conclusion, and this is from my old video from 2016. Hi all. Edward Weevil, or Whitebeard Jr. is the self-proclaimed son of Edward Newgate and one of the Shichibukai. His mother is Miss Barkin, the self-proclaimed lover of Newgate, who was first mentioned by Commodore Bannerwin. A discussion of the current Shichibukai ranks to several high-ranking marine officers, but was not explicitly named until after the Flamingo's defeat. Back in October 2015, I was the first to create a theory about Edward Weevil. Even though it is a little bit outdated, that video still had some fascinating facts about the connections with Miss Barking and Big Mom, as well as Weevil's connection with Asterix, so make sure you check it out first. As the title of the video suggests that Edward Weevil and Oars Jr. do have a connection, through this video will show more than I first anticipated, including Weevil is the reincarnation of Oars Jr. Incidentally, from behind, his appearance is similar to that of Oars or Little Oars Jr. with his large build, thick mane of hair and his exaggeratedly long mustache, which from behind resembles horns. They even share jagged teeth, square jaw, and a scar running down the left side of their face, as well as their stick-like legs in comparison to the rest of their bodies. Oda would not do this on purpose and recopy his character designs for no reason at all. Even Weevil's personality is similar to both Oars and Oars Jr., where they sound like both a little kid and a simpleton. A simpleton is the opposite of a genius. However, the word simple implies more than lack of intelligence. It suggests being innocent or naive too. So 3 characters having a similar personality and similar character designs. A coincidence? Recurring themes happen in One Piece like Alabasta and Dressrosa, to name but a few. So I believe Weevil is the Oars of the Kaido arc, with demonic powers that would shaken the Straw Hats. Oh, whilst we're talking about this topic, Weevil is not Whitebeard's son, nor he has anything related to him. We have been thrown off from the truth of his real identity because Weevil was introduced as Whitebeard's son. He even believes this, and Kizaru said Weevil reminded him of a young Whitebeard. But stop that thought right now. There is no connection with Whitebeard besides using the same weapon, which is called Bicento, which is different from the original weapon. The designs are different, and the original one is still at Whitebeard's grave. But what and who is Weevil then? In my previous video I explained that Weevil has died before through beheading and is now suffering with some sort of amnesia. This theory still remains the same, however, Weevil's real identity is almost revealed. Experiments in One Piece have been a strong theme since Punk Hazard. Experiments like identification from the world government. Each of these experiments would have this horn symbol. This has led to many great theories that the horn people have been created. These creatures are being created by the world government, would need live specimens to experiment on, and these include the strongest beings like giants. But what would you think would the world government do if they could get a rare species stronger than giants? They would experiment on it, of course. Oars was an evil giant called a continental puller. Legend has it that he amassed countries and islands under his control and his band of villains. I believe the world government are trying to recreate Oars, which was shown in Law's explanation. Wouldn't it be great for the world government to actually have the real Oars to experiment on instead of these experiments? Well, that legend did come true during the War of the Best. Little Oars Jr. Even 500 years ago, after his death, Oars is known widely enough that high-ranking Marines like Tesseract and noblemen recognized his descendant Little Oars Jr. on sight and were visibly intimidated by the similar power he displayed. After the war, Oars Jr. is nowhere to be found. I believe he is taken away and experimented on by the world government. If not, then why wasn't he buried with the rest of the pirates who perished at that war? I believe he is still alive, but in the form as Edward Weevil. Somehow the world government has transformed Oars Jr.'s powers into Edward Weevil, and this explains why Weevil is so damn powerful. Similar to Absalom, Oars Jr. is in a strong human container in the form of Edward Weevil. Could this be possible? Well, it can be, because we have seen when Luffy's shadow was in Oars, he still had that humongous strength added with Luffy's power, and we saw it when Sanji was inside Nami's body. He was able to use his skills like swimming and running speed even though some parts were comedic. So yes, this can be possible. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? Well, there's more, so quickly click the like and subscribe button. The Thriller Bark arc, which more or less based on the story of Dr. Frankenstein and his monster that came alive. Part of Frankenstein's rejection of his creature is the fact that he did not give it a name, which causes a lack of identity. Instead, it is referred to by words such as wrench, monster, creature, demon, devil, fiend, and it. When Frankenstein converses with the creature, he addresses it as vile insect. All of these official descriptions has evidently described Oars but one, vile insect. Did you know that Weevil is based off the real-life Weevil beetle? So this is basic of his character design besides being similar to the Oars character's design, but we will talk about this more in a bit. Every sacrifice in One Piece is relevant and usually follows up with a flashback. It was almost unnecessary for Oars Jr. to appear at the War of the Best, just to show he was friends with Ace and for his blood to damage the gates. For a reoccurrence of one of the legendary creatures to appear and disappear in a few chapters is a waste, and that is why it makes sense for this creature to return. What better way to return than as an enemy and sadly still respecting Whitebeard in the wrong way. Some of you might think that he has braided hair like Lola. Well, as Pharaoh Space's YouTube video explained that this was shown in Punk Hazard, so anything can be possible. This simpleton Weevil, also known as Oars Jr, is being manipulated by Miss Bucking, and as Pirate King Buggy's video explained, that is similar to Boo and Bobbidi from Dragon Ball Z. Weevil would turn against Miss Bucking. When Boo was free from Bobbidi, he became friends with Satan. So who would Weevil be friends with? Who is the Satan of One Piece? We have two choices, Buggy and Usopp. I believe Usopp would be friends with Weevil due to Usopp's beetle theme, and I also believe Sabo would be involved due to now inheriting Ace's power, which would slowly return Weevil's memory. Final part of this video now. As I mentioned in my previous Weevil video that he looks like Obelisk from Asterix, which is a comics about Vikings. Besides their helmets and boats, can you remember what else that the Vikings used in that period of time? They used massive paddles to move their boats to land, and do you know what those paddles were called? They were called oars. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Let me know what you think of this theory. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't. As you know, we got a Twitter account, meet us there. We got a Facebook, join us there. And also we got a Discord channel with over 2,000 members. We're a great admin team, great members. We always talk about our One Piece theories in this channel. We always talk about One Piece in general. We talk about films. We talk about games. So if you haven't already, see you there on the Discord channel.
Look, 行くぞ